Beloved, forgive me. Forgive me. I never want you to run from me ever again. Gods, I'm so sorry. So cold. Snow. My forest. Oh, please, please be all right. It's not dead. It's not dead. Thank all the gods. The trees live. The earth sleeps. It only sleeps. But I left. I stepped past the boundary. Everything should have withered. I don't know why it didn't. I've never stepped foot outside this forest once since I took my vows. I didn't know what would happen when I leapt into the portal. I only knew I had to get you out. Thank you. Yes. This blanket is a comfort. I'm so cold. Please don't let me go. You are right to be angry with me. I'm so sorry. There was no time to explain. I wanted to walk back with you, but I know so little about what lies beyond the portals. The magic there is wild and incomprehensible. I can't describe to you what it was like to be engulfed in it. It all felt so wrong. I'm shocked that we kept our forms, that there was air to fill our lungs. I feared that if I moved so much as an inch, the path back would fade, and I couldn't risk your safety. Yes, I risked myself, and I risked my forest. I wasn't thinking of my vows in that moment. All I knew was I had to get you out of there. You haven't seen what the in-between does to mortal beings, what mangled, wretched things crawl into my home, begging me to end them. I could not let that happen to you. I don't deserve your absolution or your comfort, but I selfishly welcome both. I promise I will never use compelling words on you ever again. I was just so afraid. I love you. I love you. Oh, I am confounded. You are safe, and my forest yet lives. It feels impossible that I should have both, but I thank all the gods that I do. How long was I in there? No. No, it only took a few moments to follow you back out for me. But not for you. Gods. How long? How long has it been? How long were you out here, alone? What month is it? December. Oh, hells. Winter truly is here, isn't it? Part of me had hoped it was just an early snow. No, I am all right. I've read of this before. It happens sometimes when magical travel goes awry. The time I missed is catching up with me, that's all. Don't worry, I won't waste away. It feels a little jarring, but it won't do me any harm. My strength always leaves me in winter, only now it's happening all at once, instead of over a period of weeks. God, the ground beneath me sways. Peace. I think it's passing. Oh, look. All my pretty autumn colours are fading away. God, you've sat here waiting for me that entire time. Every day. Oh, gods. I don't deserve you. You must have been so frightened, not knowing when or if I'd come out. I'm sorry I caused you such torment. I know not what to say. I'm overcome. No one has ever waited for me like that before. Oh, I do. I love you. I love you. Here, please, get under this blanket with me. I hate to keep you out here for even longer, but it will be a moment before I trust myself to stand up again. What's that? Oh, that smell. Oh, soup. Hot soup. Oh, beloved, I thank you, God. Yes, please, I'm hollow all the way through. Apologies, I can barely hold the cup in my hands. I feel so weak. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh, that's good. What is it? Baxter's chicken noodle. Who is this Baxter? I must give them my thanks. Oh, no, don't be embarrassed. Is there something wrong with eating soup from a can? Well, worry not. I am no stranger to eating quick meals. In the larger cities near where I grew up, some of the houses didn't even have kitchens. Almost everyone got their meals from restaurants and food stalls. And if you were out late drinking, you could find establishments selling peculiar fried snacks of all sorts. Some of them put me in mind of your ramen noodle shingles. All of which is to say, while I would love to try soup that you made one day, I am deeply grateful for what you've brought me now. Another flask. Oh, I smell sweet red grapes, oranges, spices. Did you make me mulled wine? Oh, you made it perfectly. Are you sure you don't want a sip? Gods, I love you. You know how to pamper a satyr. No, don't say that. I would choose what you've given me over any autumn feast. Truly, I mean it. I'm sorry we missed the equinox. I was looking forward to enjoying it with you. But reunions are my favorite kind of revel. Even the wildest end-of-year celebration doesn't hold a candle to the joy you've brought me tonight. I have searched for decades for ways to better hold the cold and dark at bay. But you do it simply by being you. You're a wonder. And I am blessed to know you. I'm so glad I have you back. Does it surprise you when I call you beloved instead of dear one? I believe I told you before that I never used the same name for someone twice. In all my years, I've never called another beloved. Not even she who made this forest. But in the portal, when I caught you in my arms again, I never wanted to let you go. Just the thought of losing you tore my heart asunder. I suppose I couldn't help calling you beloved. It's what you are to me. I can still call you dear one if you miss it. It satisfies something in me, being able to call you by 3 names. You are beloved. You are dear one. And I keep your given name closest of all, for it is a gift you gave me and tastes sweet on my lips. Your hands are so warm. But you know I'll fall asleep if you rub my ears like that. No, I'd better not. As blissful as it would be to fall asleep in your arms, it might be some time before I woke again. I don't know if you could rouse me, and I would not make you carry me home too. Let me try my feet. There. Not so bad. You've revived me enough that I think I can manage the journey home. I am full of questions. I'm sure you are too. If you don't mind, I'd like to commune with my forest for a time as we walk. No, I'll be all right. It won't tire me out any further. I'll walk by your side, but I won't be able to see or hear you, and I may mutter a little, as one who walks in their sleep. Just, hold my hand and keep me from walking into a tree. Don't worry, I won't be long. Thank you. I'll be back soon, beloved. This can't be. We are one. I shed blood for you. I ate her heart seed. I do not understand. I don't... I'm sorry. I did not mean to startle you. No, I'm all right, just perplexed. I'll tell you in a moment. I just need to sit down. Oh, God. Look at my tree. All dark and freezing. This is no way to welcome you. Dear one, you don't have to. I should be... Very well. Put that finger away. Gods above, your stern looks could rival my mother's. That is much better. Thank you. It will be some time before my hearth chases the chill away. Come here. Let's warm one another. I remember when we first met. I held you like this after you told me your troubles. Except now I'm the one at my wit's end. Hold me tighter. My forest tells me strange news. No, nothing's wrong. You overheard a little. Well, that's all right. I've no need to keep secrets from you. Yes, it's as I said. I shed my life's blood. I ate my dead love's heart seed, as she requested. I was a poor replacement in many respects, but she begged me to do it. It was a hasty ceremony, born on her last words, her last breath, but it worked. From then on, her forest and I were one. While much of what I needed to do was intuitive, there was much that I didn't know. I only had my memories of her to guide me. Well, she always told me she could never venture beyond the forest's border, any more than my soul could exit my living body. She said everything would wither and die in her absence. When I took her place as the forest's caretaker, I thought myself bound by the same consequences as she. I even spoke the rules she followed in my vows. What I didn't know was that what kept her from leaving wasn't any promise she made. It was her soul tree. All dryads have one. Hers was a red oak. Beautiful. It was the first tree she ever planted here. But I'm not a dryad. I have no soul tree. All I have to bind me here is the ritual that made me what I am. I offered myself, and the forest accepted. For centuries, I've known its thoughts, its pains, its joys, as clearly as I do my own. I still do. As for my vows, those were my own and only my own. I learned tonight that such grand gestures are meaningful for folk like you and me, but words really mean very little to trees. Were I to break my promise and decide to go roaming, the forest would simply await my return. I can leave. I could always leave. I don't know if this is glad news, beloved. When I took up my duties, I thought everything was decided for me, so much so that it never even occurred to me to live another way. And now I learn that I have dwelled here all these long years, trapped in rules of my own making, all while the world spun on without me. I'm afraid I've missed births, name days, weddings, funerals. Oh, they would hate me if my family knew I could have left this entire time. Makes me dizzy just to think about it. But even more than that, caring for this forest, it's all I know. And it's all I have left of her. Please don't misunderstand, beloved. I've moved on from that time. I have mourned her. I know in my heart that her soul flew from these trees long ago. But I know not how to put this burden down. Oh, I would save you again in a heartbeat, but the thought of just leaving, for no reason, even for an hour, the thought steals my breath away. My entire existence has been this forest, for ages. I don't know what I am without it. And the world outside has changed so much. Could I? I'm just so tired, beloved. Yes. Let's go to the bedroom. God, it's so good to hold you close. I think some small part of me still fears losing you. My head knows you're safe, but it will be some time before my heart realizes. I will need to hold you tightly until it does. But if I sleep, all this will be waiting for me when I wake. I don't know what to do. Very well. If you are also waiting for me, then I shall be brave and face the morning. Thank you for staying with me tonight. I don't know what I would do without you. I love you. Good morning, dear one. Thank you for lighting the fire. How long have you been awake? What is that thing you're playing with? I see. There's a tiny you in there. And these raccoons will build you a house on this island, but not before they saddle you with massive amounts of debt. But it's spring in that little box. Look at the petals drifting in the air. Oh, I'd pay any amount to see the trees in bloom again. I know I must look a bit alarming, especially in morning's light. But worry not. I always look this way in winter, all pale and wan. In a way, it's a bit of a blessing that I find myself in the depths of winter instead of experiencing its slow creeping. That part is what wears on me the most. I can feel the trees beginning to go dormant. Oh no, it's not frightening. There's nothing unnatural or death-like about my forest entering its winter rest. It's just a bit lonely. Too quiet in my head. Fortunately, this year, I have company. I know not what I'll do with myself this winter, but the months ahead look brighter, knowing I can look forward to your visits. You can do everything in that game, can't you? You even dug up cockles for bait. I used to do the same thing as a young boy. Strange to think I could do so again if I wished. It's been a long time since I saw the sea. Yes. Tell me what you've been thinking. Your counsel would be most welcome. I feel so adrift. I know you worry for me, but dear one, it's not so simple. I can't just abandon my duties. I suppose I am still thinking in terms of breaking promises, as if doing it just once would doom everything. But you're right. It's not so, is it? It never was. If I went to the sea, or visited my family, I wouldn't be abandoning anything, would I? My duties would still be waiting for me. I could pick them up again. It's been so long since I could truly rest. I will need to think on this more. But thank you for helping me realize it's possible. It may be some time before it sinks in, but it's as you said, I deserve to go be a satyr. It would be nice to roam among mortals again. I've missed humanity so, especially in these long months with disease and strife keeping most of them indoors. We could travel together. Not through my forest portals, of course, but through a proper, safe one, with strong connections on both ends. Oh, there are so many places I could show you. And of course, if you wish it, I could visit you. I still thought it proper to ask, just in case. But I would love to see your home, your city, and you wouldn't have to walk all the way here just to see me any longer. It feels daunting, but you make me brave. In the land of my birth, we have a holiday called Apocries. It's not as wild or widely celebrated as the autumn equinox, but it's still quite the party. It takes place early in the new year when the frost begins to melt. Everyone is restless from the long winter and eager for the sun to return. And so we don costumes and hold feasts and sing praises to Dionysus that he might delight in our revels. Perhaps by then I will have regained enough strength and courage to step out of my forest. I think I could do it, with you by my side. All right, then. We'll go. It gladdens my heart to see you so excited. That won't be for many weeks yet. In the meantime, do you think perhaps you would like to teach me your modern writing? Oh, gods. But I love you so.